What's up? Just for JP in the house. It's part 4. I mean, not part 4, part 3 of my response to Ramen Gaijin's video on how to be human in Japan that was posted on Victor's. Give me a break, give me a Flake Man's, I think it's Give Me a Break Man's video channel. But anyway, I forgot the exact words where I left off. But, they'll tell you how to, what they're looking for. And you can do that. Like I said, you get these, if you got the money, you go out there, you start your business. And if you want to, you can hire only white people to do these jobs and stuff like that. And you'll make a lot of money. That's what Nova did. They made a lot of money and stuff like that. And get these people to spend their money and things like that. So, and these kids weren't learning anything. Now a lot of people, they're getting smart and they're using better books because they realize that they're getting older and they got to start, saving for the future when they get old, and they're just doing things right when it should have been done right from the get-go. So what I'm saying is, when you go to these interviews and stuff, pay attention to what's going on. Look around, and pay attention to what's going on. Don't have these preconceived thoughts, because you never know. You might listen, and instead of, because when you're thinking, the expressions on your face is going to explain to them what's going on and stuff. Now, I did go to this one school in Ozaki, and it was ran by, I think it was a Filipino guy and a Japanese lady. And they heard about me because of what I do at these nursery schools. And in a year, most of the class, all the classes reading, within 7 months, these kids that don't know any English, in 7 months they're reading English, and they're reading, know how to use the dictionary, translate to Japanese, just sentences that we use, because they can use a dictionary, they can translate, and it's really fun. And so they offered to pay me $60 an hour to teach. And then when I went there and they saw that I was black, I could tell on their face that, oh, no, we thought he was white, because in Japan, like I said, people say there's racism and stuff out here. It might be, but in Japan, they don't go, well, I have a friend who is black, or I have a friend who is white. They don't do that. Just say, I know somebody, and that's it. And he's a foreigner. And they don't give all these black and white descriptions and stuff like that. So whenever you're talking to someone, or when you meet someone, and if you are black, and they'll be shocked, especially if it's a foreigner, and they're like, oh, well, they didn't tell me you were black, and you're like, huh? What does it matter? You don't want me because I'm my color. You want me because of what I could do. And then they'll go through our customers want. No, it's not their customers want. It's they want, and most of the time it's, I'll tell you, a lot of these girls, they just searching for some white guy that got some job, that got some money, so that they can live, pretty much make him support them. And not even support, it wasn't even, not in that way, but they just pimp these guys, and have babies, and, they do the same things to almost any guy, don't matter, black guys, whatever, and they got their ways, and they're not going to change, and if you don't get with the program, they'll kick you to the curb, because there's a whole bunch of guys out there who's looking to be with a Japanese woman, and they'll play you, they'll play them, and everything. So, like, I went to Canada one day, and I was staying at this, I was going to go visit one of my girlfriends and stuff, and I was going to stay there for a week, so I was going to get me a hotel and stuff like that, because she was in a homestay thing, and she was staying with some a white couple. They weren't married, but they were dating, and it was near Carleton University or something like that. And so when I'm on the phone, I talked to the lady, and she said, okay, we're really looking forward to speaking to you, and that was back when my vocabulary was good, so she came off with her vocabulary, and I could match, her vocabulary, because I understood what she was saying and everything. And when I'm on the phone, for some reason, I sound white. And I guess maybe I sound white because they don't expect black people to have a certain type of a vocabulary without saying, "Oh, what's up," you know, stuff like that. So I was when I got to the bus station, I was just sitting on the curb, you know, and I knew she wouldn't recognize me, you know, the girl wouldn't recognize me, and I know the lady wouldn't, because you know it's a Greyhound, and it was probably in a bad neighborhood anyway. I don't know if they got, yeah, I guess so. I forgot where it was at, exactly where it was at, but I just sitting on the curb. So when she jumped up and stuff, Japanese girl didn't see me. My girl didn't see me, so she went inside, and I saw the lady, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and the way we looked at each other, it was like, oh, okay, that's, she probably was thinking, oh, that's Ralph, you know. And so I got up and went inside and found my friend, and then when we went back to the house, you know, and she let me stay in the house, because they already promised to let me stay in the house. And when we got in the car, you know, I was speaking in English, and I said, oh, I guess she didn't tell you I was black. And the lady was like, no, she didn't. I said, oh, it's okay. I said, you know, I don't really want to stay at your house anyway. I could stay in a hotel. You know, I got money. I got money, so I can stay in a hotel. She said, no, it's okay. I said, listen, you know, don't say I could stay there because you don't want to seem like you're being unfair. I didn't say a word discriminatory or bias or anything like that, but I used the word that meant to say that like unfair, or she's submitting to all the stereotypes or whatever, you know, about black people. So she says, okay, and I said, okay. So I went to the house. They had a real nice house, real nice area and stuff, you know. And so we sitting there, we eating, I ordered pizza and stuff. We eating and talking, watching TV. And then her boyfriend comes home. He works for the parliament, and he walks in the house, and he saw me, and his eyes just like bing, just got real big, and his mouth just dropped to the ground, and then he kind of composed himself and said, oh, you're Ralph. And I started laughing. And he was like, what's funny? I said, nothing. I said, yeah, I'm Ralph. And I stood up, you know, being a gentleman, you know, shook his hand and everything. And then he said, well, how you like it so far? Da, 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 da. And then I just got to the point. I said, listen, if you're really uncomfortable with me being here, you know, I could stay in a hotel. You know, I understand, you know, how it might be a surprise and stuff like that. And he was like, no, it's fine, and stuff, you know. And so we all sat down and we talked, you know. And of course, my vocabulary, I kept it, you know, the way it should be and stuff like that. Which I'm telling you, vocabulary will make or break you, you know, quicker or sooner or whatever. And it was just really, really interesting how everything had turned out and stuff. And so they gave me a key to the house, and I told them that I didn't want to have a key to the house. And they was like, why? I said, because I don't like being in people's homes when they're not there. And even like in my own mom's house, you know, if I'm not living there, you know, I didn't like being there, you know. That's just me. I don't care whose home I'm in. I just don't like being in people's home if I'm not living there and they're not home. And so they said, well, what you going to do? I said, I'll just sit outside. I ain't worried about it. You know, and police come, I'll just tell them, you know, they can verify it or whatever. I don't care. I ain't worried about it. But I'm really uncomfortable with being in people's homes and they're not home. You know, she was like, okay. So then everything turned out fine. You know, the next day in the morning, you know, she got up and was cooking. She was pregnant and stuff. So, you know, I helped her cook and clean up. And she was really surprised. You know, she's like, wow, I'm surprised you're helping me. Most people that come to my house, they don't do anything. They just expect me to do everything for them. And this and that. And I say, yeah, it's like this. It's too bad people don't talk to each other more, you know. And the guy, he was real cool. You know, I seen him a couple of times because I was always out, and me and the girl and stuff. But what was cool about it was I told them I could pay. They let me stay in the house for free. Me and the girl, we stayed in the same room, you know. And it was cool, you know. And they had some other people, their other friends staying there. And them four, they was going at it all the time. And they telling me their secrets and why they fighting each other. And I'm sitting here going like, listen, I'm only here for a week. You know, I don't need to listen to this drama and stuff. But it was really cool. But like I said, the whole thing was that I didn't go there with any preconceived thoughts and or anything that would have messed everything up.